my opinion, if you were going to be charged with something, they said you were barricaded, you were in your house, the SWAT team came out. If you're resisting arrest and going to that point, that to me at that point would be the greater of the charges. You were never charged with that. That's not something that they ever brought up.
Exactly. I was charged with resisting arrest. It ended up being dropped off, and I wasn't charged with it initially. The charges changed form many times because at some point people review this and say, "Well, we don't have evidence for this. It'll never fly." So the charges changed shape and form multiple times. At one point, they tried to say I was a felon in possession of a firearm. I wasn't a felon,
right.
And they admitted that. But that's what they put out initially. And even though you correct things later, when authorities put things out, people believe it. And I can't help but feel some of that is deliberate because you're starting to taint a potential jury down the road. Hey, wait a minute, isn't that the guy they said? Even though it was corrected later, people latch on to things that are said. But the thing about this, a whole lot was made out of nothing. I mean, that's my opinion, and I'm going to stick with it because I know for a fact that with all the officers I know, if they wanted me, they could have had someone contact me because they contact me all the time, officially and unofficially. I've interviewed the police commissioner and everyone down and said, "Hey, we have this warrant for you. Apparently, you missed a court date. Can you come in and we can deal with that?" And the response would have been, "Absolutely." No one ever approached me that way. I'm a man, okay? You can't come to my house and order me around. I don't care who you are. As a United States citizen, I still maintain the rights that we supposedly have. There's a proper way to do things. But when you come at me at the point of a gun, I'm going to get defensive about it. Why is a gun being drawn on me? I'm not drawing a gun on you. And we don't. It doesn't have to go to that extreme. These are professionals. They know who's actually a threat to them and who's not. And they know that they could have walked up to me on the street anywhere, anytime, in broad daylight with lots of people around, as opposed to coming to my house in the dark of night. So, no, I'm sorry. I absolutely reject the narrative that they've been putting out to the media. I think there was more to this.
And I certainly accept that, and that's why I really want to hear your side of everything that happened. So let's start with, I believe it was November 30th into December 1st is when the event occurred.
Yeah, I think so.
At what point in time did police make the first contact with you, and at what point did you go on BaltimoreSpectator.com?
This is so many months ago now. So my recollection was sometime, Saturday evening, which would be the first when they made contact with me. The night before, the 30th, I put together a series of music shows, and one of the shows was entitled